All righty. How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Feel free to say hi in the chat. Just reading your comments. Hi, Evan. Zolo. Anita. Yes, happy Easter to those who celebrate. Candace. Oh, you signed up for the teacher training course coming up, Candace? Great. Good to have you for your first time live, Carolina. Joseph from Illinois. Diane. Relaxed, aware, awake. Is that Anne? You're in Aptos. Anne. Aptos, Anne. I guess it's probably Anne if it's Aptos, Anne in Aptos. Hello, Heidi in Finland. Yes, it's me, Anne. All right, well, good to have you guys. Today we're going to work on the Tien. This is a pretty foundational practice in Qigong. Really, one of the ability to develop Qi at the Tien helps to power everything else. It's kind of like the battery that powers all the other systems. So we really want to have a good amount of energy there. But it's not just a place of power. This is something we talk a lot about in Qigong, is the Tien giving power and heat and vitality to the body. But the Tien first, before it can do that, needs to create a magnetic anchor within the body for the mind and emotions. So the more that we can kind of bring our breath down to the lower abdomen, the location of the Tien, the more we can lead our Qi and our mind down there, then we start to sort of pull away the energy that's going up to our mind, causing excess worrying and thinking and everything, pull away even some of the energy at the heart that's leading to over emotionality. We bring it down below all that to the lower abdomen, and there we can feel deeply anchored, and then this can create a foundation for the rest of our practice to flourish. So we really want this anchor, this place of quiet and rootedness and stability. We call this initial feeling a yin field of yin energy. It's a lot like a magnet or gravity that will eventually, this yin field, this feeling of anchoredness and feeling settled there, will start to pull in the yang. So it'll start to gather a field of yang, which will feel more like that heat and vitality and power and energy that we more often hear about with the Tien. Happy chocolate egg weekend. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Carolina's in Toronto, but from Brazil. That's fun. Anna in Italy. Nice to have you. Wish I could think of a Italian greeting to say, but all my Italian's just falling out of my head all of a sudden. Robin in New Jersey. Good to have you. Daphne from Greece. Wow, good to have you. Lynn in Boston. All right, we guys ready to get started? Let's find your way up. Okay, well, as usual, let's just start with warming up, knocking on the door of life. Turn from your hips and waist, knocking across lower abdomen and lower back. Start with a few deep breaths in and out your nose. If you got any music you like practicing too, feel free to throw that on. Let's make our stance a little wider today. Big wide stance, toes pointing out. Start to shift your weight left and right here. Find a little more turn. Turn your head over your shoulder. Just open the spine a little more. Okay, let's come to the center and just start to swing your arms left and right. Still using a little weight shift. So your shoulders open up a little here, your waist. Good, come to the center. We'll just open up the spine a little bit. Keep that left-right shift going, a little slower now. Just let your spine sway left and right. Moving the body like a river. And if you feel like a little more challenged, bring your spine close to parallel to the floor. Find that same spinal wave, the hips shifting over first and the head following last. Nice and open in the sides of your spine and waist. Good, come to one side, let's find a stretch. Elbow or hand on the thigh, other hand reaches along, open the waist. Drop across the bottom. Other hand reaches. Across the bottom. Let's add some breath here. Nice inhale, stretch the waist. Exhale down across. Inhale, stretch. Exhale across. Just one more time. Come to the center. Bring it up. Point your toes a little forward from here. We're going to find the elephant stretch. You're going to hold one wrist with one hand. You're going to reach up nice and long. Then we're going to fold forward over straight legs, finding a little hamstring stretch. But as we get to the bottom, we're going to bend the knees and roll our way up. A little moving stretch here. You're going to reach up, inhale. Exhale our way down. Nice full body stretch. Opening the back of the legs, lower back. And as we come up, you can even open up the hips and hip flexors and abdomen a little bit by adding a little back bend. Let's throw our breath in here too. Nice inhale as we come up. Exhale as we stretch down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Let's all come to the bottom and just hold the stretch. Soft knees, roll it up. Good, bring it in. Give it a little shake. All right, let's start to open up these areas we're trying to work on. So taking the hands on the hips, let's give the hips a big circle. Our lower dantian's in the lower abdomen. And it can sort of help our practice to just make sure that all the tissues around that area, on the hips and the waist and lower back, are nice and open and nicely aligned. Let's go the other direction here. Back to the center. We're going to find a stretch, taking a big chi ball in front of the body. Oh, sorry, upper hand a little lower. Big chi ball, I guess medium-sized chi ball. The upper hand is going to be level with the solar plexus, so just below your chest. Lower hand level with the pelvic bone. So it's as though we're encapsulating our lower organs, our organs below the diaphragm, in this chi ball in front of the body. Now we're going to start with our right hand on top, left hand on the bottom. We're going to go into a Dao Yin stretch called the dragon. This comes from 5 Animal Dao Yin. So essentially, we're going to move from this standing posture. Now, you want to feel this posture like a Qigong standing meditation. So we're not standing like this, or like this, you know, we're in our Qigong posture. Toes are pointed forward roughly. Hands are holding a Qi ball. Shoulders are relaxed down. The tailbone is dropping down. The crown of the head is floating up. We feel nice and open in our spine and all our joints. Just pause here just for one deep breath for now. We're going to move from here into a stretch. So I want you to shift your weight to your right foot. Take a big step to the left. You're going to turn on your left heel. Slide your right foot back a little bit, or the right heel, that is. Now your left hand's going to throw a frisbee forward. Your right hand's going to press up above you like you're pressing against the ceiling. And then you're going to twist to your left. That left arm's going to pull back. You're going to turn your chest as well as your hips to the left. And we're actually looking for a little stretch on the right hip flexor here. So that's the front of your right hip, as well as a twist in the lower back. And we're going to turn back from here to the front. Toes point forward. We're going to step the left foot back in under the shoulder. We're going to circle the hands back to our chi ball. We're going to pause here, a little meditation posture. Take a deep breath. Shift your weight to the left foot, stepping to the right. Turn on the right heel. Left heel slides back a little. Right hand throws a frisbee. Left hand pushes the ceiling. Notice I'm mirroring you. Now you're going to turn to the right. Right hand pulls back. Rotating our ribs and hips, pushing that left hip a little forward. Look for that hip flexor stretch. If you don't feel a stretch in the hip flexor, you might tuck your tailbone a little more. Engage your core. Unwind back to the center. And step in and circle the hands back to the chi ball. We'll go through the next one a little quicker. But again, we pause here. Take a deep breath. Feel your palms directing the chi, not to each other, but to the internal organs. All right, let's go the other way. Weight to the right foot. We're going to step left, turn left. Left hand throws a frisbee, right hand pushes the ceiling. Twist to your left. Take a deep breath here. And then unwind back to the center. Step in, gather into a chi ball. I feel a little awkward the first few times you do it. Nice deep breath here. Shift weight to the left, stepping to the right, turn on the right heel, float the hands out, twist to the right. Left hand is up, right hand is out. Back to the center. Spiral it in, find a chi ball, deep breath. We're just going to do one more time each side. Deep breath in and out. Get ready, stepping to the left. Hands float out, your right hand's going up. Twist to your left. Back to the center. Step it in. Gather the chi ball. Last time, last side. Deep breath. Shift left. Step right. Right hand out, left hand up. Twist right. . Back to the center. Step in, gather in. Pause for a breath. Now we're going to drop both hands down, float them up. We're going to find the Tai Chi palm. Here we're going to hold one thumb with the opposite fist, and then wrap the fingers behind that fist. And we're going to drop that all down to the lower abdomen. And if you look down at your knuckles between your thumbs, you should see it looks kind of like a Tai Chi swirl in the knuckles there, or between the hands. We hold this now against the body, just below the navel. Adopt a nice Qigong posture. So soften your knees, drop your tailbone, tuck your chin, float your crown, drop your shoulders. We're going to hold here and breathe. You can feel your weight just even between the toes and heels. Find some deep breaths sinking to the lower abdomen. We feel the hands here heavy like a stone. Like the gravity and weight of that stone are pulling our center of gravity towards the lower abdomen. Pulling our breath and diaphragm, and those inhales towards the lower abdomen. And ultimately pulling our awareness to the lower abdomen. One more breath. Good, release. Very nice. Okay. We're going to work a little more, just kind of getting some physical movement in there, and then we'll go more into our energetic stuff. So this one, we're really going to work on the tilting of the pelvis. What we're going to do is take our hands on the hips. Actually, it might help to bring one hand on the back of the pelvis and one hand on the front. And just kind of feel your pelvic bones, the sacrum and tailbone at the back, the pubic bone at the front. And so here, as we tuck the tailbone, you should feel the back hand go down and the front hand go up. And then as we tilt the pelvis forward, you should feel the back hand go up and the front hand go down. So we tuck, back hand goes down, we tilt, back hand goes up. Tuck, tilt. Tuck, tilt. Tuck, tilt. Just get a little control here. Really exaggerate the motion. Tilt and tuck about as far as your body will allow you to go. Then we're going to do it with a little ball. So we're going to hold your hands, scoop them under a ball in front of your lower abdomen, and then let them scoop to the top of the ball. They come up about solar plexus height, and they scoop under the ball, which will be about to the height of the pubic bone, and then over the ball, height of the solar plexus. Under, over. And now we'll combine the tuck. So as the hands scoop under, we tuck the tailbone. As the hands scoop over, we tilt the tailbone. So under, tuck, over, tilt. Tuck, tilt. Tuck, tilt. Don't worry about your breath. Imagining there's this ball in front of your abdomen. It's rolling forward and rolling backwards. But imagine also there's a ball inside your pelvic bowl, and it's rolling the other direction. So as the ball in front of you rolls forward, the ball in your pelvis is rolling backwards. And the ball in your pelvis rolls forward. Ball in the pelvis rolls backwards, rolls forwards, rolls backwards, rolls forwards. Good. Let's shake it out. Good. So that's just to give you a little more sense of control of the pelvis and a feeling for this sort of ball type energy in there. When we're doing our Qigong flows and we talk about dropping the tailbone or sometimes even tucking the tailbone, we're really not going for that really intense tuck of the tailbone that we do in these sort of more warm-up exercises. So when we say drop the tailbone, let the pelvis sort of tilt backwards a little bit, we don't mean to force the tailbone to tuck under. We mean to let the tailbone get heavy, dropping down, let the low back muscles release to allow that drop to happen. But the tucking part we allow to happen more naturally over time. So we don't try to kind of force the tuck. We just allow a drop. If there's a little tuck that happens with that, that's okay. All right, so let's shake it out a little bit. Do a little back and forth, let out a few sighing breaths. Shaking it out to release stress and tension. Keep on going. Looking at your comments, seeing some more people joining. Welcome, everybody. So fun how many different places people tune in from. Even shake with a little twist. So really loosen things up. You might even feel kind of intuitively there's some way the body wants to move to kind of let go of tension. Starting to look like a Grateful Dead concert over here, huh? All right, let's slow down, relax, feel your body, take a deep breath. Okay, very nice. Find those feet square under the shoulders. Let's begin to enter the flow. Just a Tai Chi opening. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it down. We'll just do 3 of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All breath through the nose here. Good. Let's take our palms face towards each other. This one is called compressing the pearl. A really good one to move the chi to the Tien. So what we're going to do is let our hands come up, out by our shoulders. Palms wind up face down once they get to about shoulder height. And then the palms are squeezing in towards each other as we come to the abdomen. So the hands lift up, shoulder height. And then as you squeeze, think of the hands like they're compressing the chi into the Tien. So we're not thinking of pushing the chi together between the hands here, but in here inside. The hands are kind of mirroring the chi inside. So take a breath in here. And exhale, squeeze the chi. Inhale. Let your chest open a little bit here, like a bellows, and then like we're sending the chi down into the lower abdomen. So sink the chest, sink the tailbone, sort of collect things towards the abdomen. When we say squeeze, we don't really mean kind of tense the muscles as you squeeze. And we're just pressing gently on the energy field. You can feel not just the palms of the hands directing the chi here, but also the forearms and elbows, even the armpits, like they're all just kind of pushing in on the chi, push it in towards the Tien. As you do this, continue going at your own pace. But as you do this, really think of spreading the bones of the hands. So the easiest way to do that is to spread the fingers. That'll spread the bones inside the hands. But really think about the bones inside spreading. This opens up the Lao Gong point, sort of opens up an electric or magnetic field here that can help to push and control the qi. So we really use Lao Gong a lot in Qigong to direct the movement of energy. So make sure that Lao Gong center is open. You may not really feel anything right away, but as we spread the bones of the hands, we spread the tissues inside the hands, gradually this generates that little field in there that allows the hands to do what the main thing they're supposed to do in Qigong, which is direct the movement of qi inside the body. All right, let's come back to the center. Spin this into a qi ball, the left hand on top. And let's just rotate this ball a few times. The right hand on top, left hand on top. You can just let your breath be natural here, but still through the nose. And let the left hand go up to about the height of the base of the throat or the collarbones. And here we're going to turn a big ball. And we're going to pause with the left hand on top. We're going to go into a movement called the dragon plays with the qi ball. So what we're going to do is shift to our, I think it's our right. Yeah, I forgot how to start this. Shift to the right. Turn our hips a little to the right, just a little bit. You don't want to feel your knee or your feet turning. So it's just as far as the hip will turn, not even quite that far. And we're going to roll the ball to the right hand's on top. Pull it in a little bit, and then shift our weight to the left foot and turn to the left. Your feet should be about shoulder width or a little wider on this one. Then we roll the ball, left hand on top. Bring it into the chest. Shift back to our right, and then turn to the right. So really make sure to break it into these steps. 1, turn the ball. 2, pull it in. 3, shift the weight. It's like we're moving backwards. And then 4, turn the hips. So 1, turn the ball. 2, pull it in. 3, shift the weight. 4, turn the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to start putting them together. So let's turn this ball. So now just 2 steps. 1, we shift as we pull the ball into the chest a little. And 2, we roll the ball as we turn the hips. So 1, shift, pull in. 2, turn hips, turn ball. 1, shift, pull in. 2, turn hips, turn ball. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now this one, the breath can be natural, but keep breathing through your nose. Find slow, soft breaths. And again, feel the bones of the hands spread. Feel Lao Gong open. And imagine like you have a stick between the hands, like wish I had something good. I guess my Lord of the Rings pipe makes sense. So imagine like you're holding a stick between the hands, so they have to stay the same distance apart as they rotate. So if they come apart a little bit, you drop the stick, right? And they can't go together because the stick is preventing them from coming closer together. So kind of feel this equal distance between the hands the whole time. Okay, we do it with the motion. Once you start to kind of feel this connection between the hands, start to divert that attention inside your body, inside the torso. And really you're just feeling for how the hands are moving and circulating the qi inside the torso. See if we can slow it down a little more. Good. Come back to the center. Left hand on top. We're going to compress it back down. So we're just holding a smaller ball, maybe the size of like a really big grapefruit in front of the Tien. Actually, quite a bit bigger than that. I'm kind of looking at my hands here. Maybe like a small soccer ball or volleyball or something. The upper hand should be kind of around the solar plexus. Lower hand should be below the Tien, so about the height of the pelvis. Now we're going to rotate the ball here again. And again, imagine like there's a stick between the hands, between the centers of the palms. It's preventing them from going closer, but also not allowing you to go further apart because you don't want to drop the stick. So feel for that connection between the hands, really inside the body, as though you're rotating the energy around the Tien. Now we're going to pause and say right hand on top. And it's as though this ball is going to grow and push the upper hand upwards. And as we get to about the height of the throat, the hands are going to turn away from each other. That upper hand is going to press gently towards the sky. The elbows aren't going to straighten. We're not going to stretch the body. We're just going to find these gentle curves in the arms as we touch heaven and earth. And so here you're thinking now of those Lao Gong points opening up to touch the energy of earth below and the sky above. We're gathering that earth and sky chi. And then it comes back in. The palms turn towards each other. We form the ball again. And we condense the ball back to the Tien. And rotate at the lower Tien. Now the upper hand, again, floats up because the ball is expanding. So it's not like we're pulling up or being pushed up by the ball. Rotate palms away from each other. Touch heaven and earth. Coming back in, palms rotate towards each other. And condense the chi to the Tien. Rotate. Upper hand floats up. Let's add the breath now. So here we're going to exhale. Expanding. And inhale, bring it back in. Then we find a breath hold at the bottom as we roll the ball. Exhale. Inhale. Breath hold. If I'm going too slow for your breath, feel free to go a little quicker. Exhale. Inhale. Breath hold. Free to go at your own pace. We're pulling down the fields from earth and heaven, bringing them into our own field to influence the Tien in particular. Do one more each side. Expand the chi ball. Touch heaven and earth. And pull the earth and sky fields into your body and then condense your body field to the Tien. Once more. Go back to just turning the ball. Natural breathing through the nose. And hold the ball just at the left and right. Fingers pointing roughly forward. Holding that in front of the lower abdomen. Don't tuck it in so far that your joints are all bent up. Don't hold it out so far that you're not feeling any connection to your lower abdomen. Just kind of gently in front of you in a way that's nice and relaxed for your elbows, wrists, and shoulders. Feel the Lao Gong continuing to spread and find a good Qigong posture here. Drop the tailbone, tuck the chin, lift the crown, drop the shoulder blades, spread the bones of the hands, spread the bones of the feet, toes. Here, find some slow, soft, deep breaths to your lower abdomen. As we connect to the lower abdomen here, also feel like you can connect to sky and earth through your feet, through your pelvic floor, like roots are going down. And through the crown of the head, like a flower opens up to the light of the sky. Bring both hands under the lower abdomen. Step your feet together. Now let's just center it all. Taking an inhale as we do a semicircle to one side. And exhale as a little prayer comes down the center. Switching hands. Inhale through the nose. Exhale down the center. Inhale. Exhale. Really imagine like we've developed this yin field at the lower abdomen. Yin implying magnetism, gravity, as opposed to yang, which is more like electricity, fire. So that magnetism and gravity of yin helping to gather the parts of us that have felt scattered. Gather that energy back to our center, back to our anchor. Feel a sense of peace and calm within. Let's fold both hands over that point. And just allow your body to rock and sway. So we're moving with a gentle breeze. We yield to the wind by relaxing our muscles, softening our joints, softening everything except for the crown of the head, which does continue to just gently reach up towards the sky, as though every other part of the body were suspended, melting downwards from the crown. Just allow some natural soft breaths here through your nose. We'll slowly step it out. Circle our belly with the hands, circling between the lower and upper abdomen. And a few slow, deep breaths through your nose so you feel not just the hands, but the breath massaging those internal organs. All right, center below the navel. Pause, take a deep breath. Let's let it spread with a big sigh. Very good. From here, feel free to stretch. Very good. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining. Look at that, 65 people today. That's a lot. I got my webcam way away from my computer here, so I kind of don't look like I'm looking at you guys. Well, thanks everybody for joining. Hope you enjoyed that class. Hope that felt your Tien start to get that nice anchor feeling there. For me, it feels amazing when that builds that yin field, and that yin is really required to invite in the yang. So a good way to practice. Hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in learning more in-depth Qigong, you're welcome to join my upcoming teacher training. The next one is starting May 7th on a Saturday. Originally, it was marketing it as May 1st on a Sunday, but I had to switch it. So now it's going to be every Saturday. There's going to be a live stream for 12 weeks, starting May 7th. And you can actually, the early bird discount ends in a couple days. So you can get 20% off with the code EARLY20. That should be below in the description on this video here. So if you're hoping to join up, 20% off until I think Monday's the last day to get that, but you might want to sign up by Sunday, depending on what time zone you're in, because the code expires. But maybe I'll see you there. It's a pretty fun program. You know, people in the comments here are always saying how awesome it is. So I think it's pretty good. Pretty in-depth, I think. Anyways, good having you guys. If you like these classes, the live stream classes here on YouTube stay up for about a week usually, and then I take them off and they're on my Patreon. So if you want to watch all my YouTube lives indefinitely, you can sign up for my Patreon, patreon.com/Nick Laufrey. That's also below in the description. And it's just $5 a month, and you get access to all the future and past and current live streams I've done here on YouTube. I've done a ton of them now, so there's like this huge library. It's probably quite a bit bigger than my library of videos on YouTube and stuff. So if you want a big Qigong library, it's a pretty cheap way to get it. Anyways, had fun Qigong with you guys, and I'll see you same time next week.